I'd like to start off by first giving all glory, honor, and praises, blessings, wisdom, and thanksgiving unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harukakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, as well as peace and blessings to the hopeful and faithful elect across the four winds, bringing out this truth in sincerity and in charity to the best of their ability. Shalom to the Akim on the top. Shalom to the Akim out there, as well as to the few Agwath who are sincere. Shalom. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. 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 Call halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harukakodash. Before I start my lesson, I want to bring to remembrance, we're continually pushing those three lyrics. First of the lyrics is fear Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. The second of those lyrics is to not take that charagma. And the third is what happens if you do take the charagma, which is thermonuclear fire. All right? So we're going to go right into it. This is Ecclesiasticus 21:20. A fool lifteth up his voice with laughter, but a wise man doth scarce smile a little. Once again, a fool lifteth up his voice with laughter, but a wise man doth scarce smile a little. And what we're going to focus on in the day's lesson is that word smile. Because in all actuality, if you are of the nation of Yasharallah, which is Israel, it's nothing too much that you want to smile about while you're here in this place. This place being Babylon, this place being modern day Basra, Babylon meaning confusion. Modern day what is known as America, which means bitterness. You sip down something bitter, you're not gonna have a smile on your face, you're gonna have a frown. And that's basically what's going on here in this captivity that we live in. Now, that fool that's spoken of is 2/3 of Yasharallah, because they're thinking that, oh, this world is going to continue, just like the wicked and just like the heathen who rage and imagine a vain thing. They feel like their houses are going to continue. But a wise man does scarce smile a little. And that wise man is pursuant to the 1/3 of Yasharallah, the hopeful elect. I brought the Zayim of that number. And hopefully I'm bidding those of you who are coming into the fold, who have a like mind as I do, and as the men who I've been taught by, starting with the elder apostle Tahar, beckoning y'all to come bidding y'all into the marriage. And so the wise man knows that here in America, this isn't his rest. He knows that here he's constantly being oppressed. He knows that here in America is not a safe haven for him. He constantly has to keep his head on the swivel, like as if he was playing football and somebody trying to come and knock your socks off, trying to hit you so hard he knock all the wind out of you, break your collarbone, or any other thing that causes damage, whether it be structural as far as physical goes, and mentally as well, especially mentally, because that's where we find ourselves right now, in mental captivity. At one point in time, yeah, we had chains on, but Esau Edom has become even more cunning. And so there are no need for chains right now. The chains that are on us now are in our minds, which is our lahab. And that's why we walk around 2/3 of our people and call ourselves Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and allow it to be so when that's not the case at all. And so when you wisen up, you realize that you have nothing to smile about here, because you're in captivity. Even though those chains are off your mind now, you understand what's going on. You're able to look at the bigger picture. You're able to think outside the box. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. We just came from Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach. That was Ecclesiasticus 21 and 20. Now let's venture to Ecclesiastes 1 and 18. Ecclesiastes 1 and 18 says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." And once again, grief and sorrow don't add up to joy and happiness. They don't add up to anything that sounds remotely like, let me crack a smile. Let me hee and ha and skip around and, pretend like I'm at Willy Wonka's chocolate factory and I've got all the sweets and goodness that I want. I can reach out and grab it, because it's not so. This is all nothing but a figment of your imagination, especially for the 2/3. But when you come into the realization of who you are, that's when you increase in sorrow, because your knowledge has increased due to the wisdom which you've gained from Yahweh Yahushai, which only leads to grief, which only leads to not smiling. Let's go to 1 Peter 5 and 8. 1 Peter 5th chapter, 8th verse says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." And that's what 2/3 of our people don't understand. Esau is seeking whom he may devour. Right now, at this present moment, as I speak, he's looking for him another sucker to what? Lock up in jail, have pulled over by the police and killed, evicted from his home, fired from his job. Any number of things you could about think of and add. Use your imagination. And Esau, he's gonna do that. And that's why we're called to be vigilant and be sober. And when you're being vigilant and being sober, you don't have time to smile and hee and ha. You got to constantly keep your neck on the swivel, because you got a target on your back. Matter of fact, your whole body is surrounded and it look like a target. And whenever Esau has an opportunity, he's going to come as a roaring lion walking about, to seeking whom he may devour. And who he's looking to devour is the children of Yasharallah. Let's go to Isaiah 53 and 7. Isaiah 53rd chapter and 7th verse says, and in Isaiah 53 and 7th chapter, just a little background, this is who suffered the most. This is our guide and our example. Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. And it says, "He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he openeth not his mouth." And you look at Isaiah, in the third word in the 53rd chapter and the 7th verse is, "He was oppressed." And the 7th word is afflicted. And then as it goes on, it says, "He opened not his mouth." He wasn't smiling as they put hands on him, as they placed the crown of thorns over his head, as they whipped him, as they afflicted him even more. This wasn't any smiling. Wasn't no smiling going on at all. And we should be of that same mind, Akim and you few Akwa, who are sincere, who are truly seeking the kingdom, so that everything else can be added unto them. Because Yahawashi HaMashiach is the perfect example. And not only is the perfect example, he's the reason why we're here right now to this day and have an opportunity to come back into the fold and to come back the right way. Come in through the straight gate, not around the side, not to dig up under it, but come in sincerity and in truth. Opening our eyes, bringing us out of darkness and bringing us into that marvelous light. There's no time to smile. It's time to get to work. It's time to get busy. Let's look at Psalms 44 and 22. Yea, for thy sake are we killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Once again, Akim, who's getting pulled over? Pulled out of their vehicles, handcuffed, and then shot. Who's getting a knee in their back, saying, I can't breathe, and dying? And yeah, a few cops were brought to justice, but at the end of the day, it's another Israelite that was slaughtered. It says, yea, for thy sake are we killed all the day long, for we are counted as sheep for the slaughter. And this goes again back to Yahawashi HaMashiach, who was the ultimate sacrifice. And because we love him and because we believe what we believe in, which is Yahawashi, the Father and the Son, then this is what happens to us. And this is that wisdom that he's given us. And because we know now who we are and whose we are, this is even more so the outcome. And so, as I stated earlier in Ecclesiastes 21 and 20, we're to scarcely smile, because what we got to smile about? If you really think about it, nothing. We should be mad. We should be upset, very angry. Let's go to Nahum 3 and 1. Nahum 3 and 1 says, woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The prey that they speak of in Nahum 3 and 1 are us, the Israelites. Yahawashi's chosen people. And who's telling those lies? And who's being robbed? Who's telling the lies? Esau, Edom's telling the lies. And who's being robbed? We are. We're being robbed and we're not able to depart. And we're prey. We're not the predator, we're the prey. Here in this bloody city, which is America, which they continue to take us fast, which they continue to have their foots on our necks as we are underwater and we can't breathe. And you think they willing to let us up? No, not in the least bit. They want to continue to hurt us. They want to execute us. They want to kill us off, Akim and Yufu Akwa. Job 3 and 3 says, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink, so that their hearts might be merry. So that whatever their desire was, they can accomplish it, and they have been accomplishing it. And this is the knowledge which Yahawashi brings to the forefront of our memories, which is our mind, which is our lahab, so that we could remember the wrong that we did and call upon Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi in earnest and repent for the sins that we've committed in this lifetime, as well as in our past lives, and do away with these vain philosophies and ideologies, and come out of America and draw nigh to Yahawashi while we have an opportunity. Because here, we're not given a fair shake. Here in America, it's the exact opposite. You're going to shake like a leaf on a tree in a cold, blustery winter day as they continue to put their foot to your John Brown hind parts, meaning your butt. Let's go to Ezekiel 35:3. Ezekiel 35:3 says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, Salakia. I said Ezekiel 35:3, Salakia, I meant 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Yasharallah by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. And who has shed the blood of Yasharallah in their time of calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end? Esau, Edom, as well as the other heathen nations. They done ganged up on us, showed us no pity, showed us no mercy, and shed our blood by the force of the sword. And that sword comes in many fashions. Not just a gun or a knife. It comes as well in the judicial system. Give you 50 to life. You never come home and see your family. Make sure you don't get a good education. Kick you out of your job, leave you on the streets living homeless, from post to pillar, without no house, without a pot to piss in, without a window to throw it out of, because you don't make enough money. You can't afford it. That's how they continue to keep us down. They tell us that we're African Americans, blacks, Native Americans, Hispanics, when that's not who we are. They continue to lie to us. Lies. And the robbery of us. Knowing that we are Yahweh Shai's chosen people. Knowing that we are the only people that he made a covenant with. And they don't like that at all. So here in America, we have nothing. Like I said, America means bitter. We have nothing to smile about. Galatians 4:16, if you will. Galatians 4:16 says, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? So you come into the knowledge of who you are. You find out that you're a Hebrew Israelite. You find out that black and white are bywords. African American, Native American, Hispanic, those are bywords. You find out that Yahweh Shai is only interested in one people, and the rest of the people on the world are counted as nothing but a drop in the bucket to Yahweh Shai, spittle. And that he's coming to take you home where you belong, where you can get real rest. And when you start speaking those things, because you know those things and you believe that Yahweh Shai came to bring you life and life more abundantly, because of his Father who sent him, they have a problem with that. And when you start to tell them that they're the wicked that are upon the earth, starting with the chief house of Amalek, they don't like those things. They don't want to hear that. They start telling you that you wrong, and now you become an enemy, even more so, because you're telling the truth. And once again, there's nothing to smile about, because now your life is on the line even more so. Ducking around corners, peeking, because someone's after you, even more so. They despise us, which means they think little or nothing of us. No respect for the Israelites, for the Hebrew Israelites. We're continually in the house of mourning, which is crying in despair. We've been exiled from our homeland, Akim and Yufu Akwa. We don't belong here. This is not where we belong. As far as the Israelite man goes, they emasculate the Israelite man. They deprive a man of his male role or identity. They let the woman have power here. Who does that? Esau. with this femininity, which doesn't even exist. Women don't run things in the natural order of how it goes. This place has been flipped upside down. It's nothing to smile about. Woman put you out the house, police come get you. Where they take you? Straight to jail. She could say this, that, and the other, it not even be true. You going to jail. If you stick around, you going to jail. Woman compassing a man. Let's go to Psalms 83 and 4. Nothing to smile about. Psalms 83rd chapter and the 4th verse says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance. And that's exactly what they've been doing, and that's exactly what they continue to do. They have what is called the World Economic Forum, where all the countries come together. They discuss what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, when they're going to do it, and what measures they need to take so they could go about doing it so that they could receive the bulk of whatever they need and however they need it so that it will benefit them. You think Israel is there? You think Israel not there nowhere? It says right here in Psalms 83, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance. They want to erase us, Akim. They don't want anything to do with us. Because they know that we're Yahweh Shai's chosen people. And with that being said, that's not what you want to hear when you find out the truth, when you get this wisdom and you get this knowledge and this understanding. That's not making you smile. I guarantee it. Habakkuk 2 and 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Once again, Esau Edom up to his tricks again. His cunningly devised fables, Christmas, Thanksgiving, being a Christian, Buddhism, Islamism, all these different schisms to cause confusion. Yahweh Shai is not the author of confusion. And this is Esau Edom way of putting his drink to us and making us naked. So that he could eat, not making us naked and also looking upon our nakedness, laughing at us, steady making a mockery of Yasharallah, the children of Yahweh Shai. Now just imagine physically, if you had to walk around butt naked. I don't care what your stature is, your physique is. It's not gonna be comfortable. You're gonna want to put some clothes on. And people giggling and snickering and shoo-shooing and kikiing. It would make anyone uncomfortable. How much more us, Akim and you few Akwa, who are Yahweh Shai's chosen people, knowing that they want to cut us off from being a nation, knowing that giving us drink and put the bottle to us and make us drunken, that they may look upon our nakedness. That's perverseness. That's vile. That's profane. And that's who Esau Edom is. That's who the wicked is. And the other heathen nations have followed suit. Let's go to Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. Lord in all caps, that's Yahweh. Yahweh by Hashem. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The children of Yasharallah and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Judah, as well as the children of Israel, have been oppressed constantly. That's the southern and that's the northern kingdoms. Constantly being oppressed. As long as you're from any one of these 12 tribes, you're constantly being oppressed. Here, right now, to date. And not only are we constantly being oppressed, they don't have any time frame with which they have come together in a World Economic Forum or anywhere else and said, man, we need to stop doing this to these people. We need to let these people go. We know we didn't have them down too long. We need to let them go. And that's not on their mind in the least bit. So, like I said, here is not our rest, and here we have nothing to smile about at all. Follow me, if you would, Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. And once again, Akim, the oppression is dealt from Esau Edom. The air we breathe is no good. The food we eat, GMO, governing modified organisms, grown in the lab, it's no good. Not getting the proper nutrients that you need. It's all bad. It's all bad. Living from paycheck to paycheck, not knowing if you're going to have enough money to put gas in your vehicle, let alone pay your car note, pay off your house bill, feed your family. You're fretting over all these things. You're worrying. You're stressing yourself out. You got high blood pressure. All manner of things. Small microorganisms, plastic in the water bottles that they give us with water in them, saying that's pure, saying that's from the glaciers and the mountains, fresh, and when it's not, when it's all polluted. Let's go to Habakkuk 1:4. Habakkuk 1:4 says, therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. And this is what I've been speaking of this whole time, Akim and Yufu Akwaf. Wrong judgment proceedeth. And that's what's continually taking place upon this earth, especially here in America. Wrong judgment. The law is slacked. Therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. Judgment never goes forth for us, Akim. It's nothing to smile about. Look to the hills from which cometh your strength, Akim. I implore all of you. And get out of this deep denial that you've been in. Stay on your watchtowers. Look for the signs. Pay attention. Look for the famine that's coming. Look for the famine that's here. Look for the floods and earthquakes in various places. Look for the MOTB that's on the rise. Look for the Charagma that's on the rise. Look for the wars that are setting up and taking place right before your very eyes. Esau Edom, he's slick, but he's not even being slick with it no more, like talking about it. He's just putting it right in your face. He's telling you what he's gonna do. All you gotta do is look, watch, and pay attention. Take heed to what the prophets are telling you, starting especially at Great Millstone. I don't know about all these other camps, but I know for sure at Great Millstone, here it's 100% truth. And here, starting with Elder Apostle Tahar all the way on down to the least of these, we're all singing the same song. We're all of one accord. So with that, I encourage you, Akim and Yufu Akwaf, to continue to push forward. I want to say, Abal Babal, Akwam Yashrala. Keep pushing, Akim, keep pushing. Shalom, shalom. I hope this message was edifying. Shalom.